Alright, so it is time to make this mystery pattern. So if you have seen my vintage pattern unboxing, the last vintage pattern unboxing that I did, you will know that I got a mystery pattern with no instructions, no pictures. I have no idea what it's supposed to look like. And the pattern pieces are unprinted. So all of the instructions are indicated by little perforations. And that's all we have. We have the pattern pieces and the perforations, so we're going to figure out how goes together. We know that it's from Spadea Patterns. And I looked a little bit up about them, so they were more of like a high-end, kind of fancy pattern company. And they never printed on their patterns, even when other companies were switching. For some reason, they said that it was easier for the home sewer to have unprinted patterns for some reason. I don't know what the reasoning was, but yeah, that's what I looked up and read about them. So I'm going to unfold all of the pattern pieces, and I'm going to figure out how they fit together, and we'll see what this is. So I'm going to be making a pattern with no photo to go from of what it's supposed to look like, and no instructions of how it gets assembled. I'm going to go ahead and lay these out. Alright, so here are the pattern pieces. It's definitely a dress, and it has very interesting shaping of how the bodice and skirt go together. So we'll figure that out. I believe this has got to be, this pattern I would guess is a 1960s to 1970s. I'll see if I can find a pattern online, a picture that looks like it would be a dress from this pattern, and see what pattern number this would be for Spadea Patterns. I have it laid out, and then the facing pieces I'm not really going to be using yet, so I just have those to the side. So this is what we're working with. I believe the 3 dots at the center front means that they want you to cut it on the fold. I believe that's what it means when they have those 3 perforations there. So I'm going to cut that on the center fold, and I'll probably put a zipper in the back. I mean, I don't have any instructions. So I'm just gonna do what I think should be done. And to lay out the skirt pieces, I just matched up where these are. They show that the skirt fits together here. These match up, and then the ones here match up. So that is how the skirt is gone together, and it looks like I don't know if this pattern is just ribbed or if there was supposed to be a dart here, like a side dart situation. There is a dart here. This might just be a rip. I don't see any perforations. I just see that the pattern is ripped there. So I'll probably do the dart here. So I guess I will pick out a fabric and get started. Okay, so I do have this suiting fabric, and it does look kind of Jack Skellington-y. So I could have this dress be a Jack Skellington inspired dress. So I'm thinking of doing that, using this. Yeah, so I think I'll use this, and we'll see if that was the right choice. I don't think it'll look bad as a dress made of suiting. I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out. Because I don't know what I'm going to do with this fabric. It would be kind of fun to have a Jack Skellington inspired dress to wear for Halloween time. So I think I'm going to go with this. Alright, so this is the dress pattern all cut out. My cat Jetta didn't move, so she's just gonna be part of the background, sleeping there, propping up my pattern piece. But this is the dress. So there's two skirt pieces here, and they will get kind of sewn into this space. These will be sewn together up here. I just have to decide what order to sew these in. So I'm thinking of sewing the bodice pieces and sewing them to the top and then fitting the skirt piece in. That way if the skirt needs to be eased in or gathered or something, then I would gather it like to the bodice area. So that's what I'm thinking so far. Jetta, are you cozy? Are you cozy, Jetta? Silly girl. Alright, so last night I did pin the side front pieces to the center front of the dress, but I think I'm going to take the pins out and actually use a zigzag stitch along all of the edges before I sew it. I need my pin cushion. That way I won't have to worry about material fraying. So I am going to go ahead and take out all these pins and then do a whole lot of zigzagging. Alright, so the side pieces are sewn on now, and I think I'm going to do a zigzag stitch around the skirt pieces and then sew those together. That way I can get that out of the way and those can fit in once I finish the other last two pieces of the bodice. Or should I go ahead and finish all of the bodice pieces? I think I'm just gonna do the skirt. Okay, so I finished hemming the rest of these pieces. I sewed the skirt panels together that'll fit in here. So that's ready. So now I'm going to sew on these like back pieces of the bodice, and then I'll work on fitting the skirt into the remaining area. Hi, Princess. Princess. You happy girl? Princess? What you doing, Princess? Princess? You going to help? You helping? You helping? Okay. Okay, so the bodice is now assembled. I put the back piece on and sewed it, and then I also sewed the top at the shoulder seam so that I could test the fit. It looks like it should fit just fine. My three cats, or my three female cats, we have one more that's a male. It's actually my husband's cat, but all of my girls are right here on our bed now. Yeah, hi Princess. So this Princess, Kitten, and Jetta are all being little helpers, but the only thing I have left to do is to attach the skirt pieces and also insert a zipper. So I'll have to see if I even have a zipper that I can use for this, but I think what I'm going to do is line up the side edges, sew those, and then I flip the dress in half and and then attach the skirt and the bodice, like when I flip it over after the sides are all done. I think that's the easiest way I can figure inserting the skirt. So that's my plan. I'm gonna pin the skirt pieces here. And this is excess at the bottom of the bodice pieces, by the way. So this is like a seam allowance area. So yeah, what I was thinking is I'll just pin these together on both sides, sew the skirts, and then I'll just like flip it and stitch it together. Anyways, that's my plan. Hi, Princess! Princess? Why did you lay on my dress? I'm working on that. Princess, why you do that? Oh, Princess, you're such a baby. Okay, so I have the skirt pieces pieced in place. I did have to do a little bit of guesswork because I don't have any instructions or a picture of what I'm making. But what I basically did is I matched the skirt pieces and the bodice pieces up, and I like lined them up where the seams go. So like the side seam here and the seam here, they match up, but when you get to this point, the skirt has a little bit of excess for the side, like the side front area. So what I'm guessing is that this section here, I matched these seams up so there'll be no gathering or fullness here. But I'm guessing that you gather up this part of the skirt to match this bodice piece so that there'll be a little bit of gathers here, like in the side front area. This is my guess. This is the way it most makes sense to me, and that it would, and how the pattern pieces lined up, because from the back to the side here, like the seams match up. So if there's excess in this area on both sides for the skirt, then I just have to assume this is either supposed to be pleated or gathered. I think I'll gather it. I don't know, just because that's what I decided to do. Pleating is a little bit more chunky, so I decided maybe we'll gather this to the bodice section so that it fits in. And then I'm going to just sew along all of this to finish it up, and after I do the zipper, then we'll have a dress. Okay, so Princess just decided to lay on this, but this is what the dress looks like now. So at the side fronts, there's a little bit of gathering, and I don't have a black zipper, but I do have this cream colored one, so I might just use this for now. And maybe I can change out the zipper later if I get a black one and I am bothered enough to do it. Oh my gosh. Girls, you're so silly. What are you doing? Girls. Okay, the dress is almost done. The only thing I'm not really happy with is that there is a pucker happening like right at the waist. So I think I'm gonna have to unpick this skirt panel here a little bit and try to like bring it down to lessen that puckering, because that's the only thing I think that would keep me from wanting to wear it at the moment. But it is a dress, and I have a cream colored zipper that I might use for now. I don't know. My husband offered to pick up a black zipper if I needed it, but I might just use the zipper that I have. But yeah, I'm going to unpick this and just see if I can get it to lay better flat. And this is what the inside looks like. I think I just need to like scooch the bodice piece up a little when I sew it and like line it up further down here. And I think like sewing like that and having that fabric back up in the bodice area will fix the puckering. So see, it kind of, when I sewed it, it gradually like took more fabric from the bodice section. So I think that's just what's causing the pucker at the side front of the dress. So I'm gonna unpick this, try to readjust it. So that I already took out my gathered stitches, so I'm gonna have to regather it as well. Okay, so I tried to pin where this might fit smoother. I wonder if I'm gonna have to like top stitch it or something. Okay, so I finally got the skirt sewn in place. I mean, I still don't like that corner very much, but I'm gonna leave it as is. The front corners, I did top stitch to try to smooth it out a little bit, but it is what it is. So now I just need to do the facings. So this piece right here, so this has the 3 dots, so that means it gets cut on the fold. So that's the piece for the neckline, and I'm guessing this is a facing for the armhole.